Hi, everyone. I'm Lori MacVittie with F5, and I'm joined here today by Cindy Borovik, also with F5, to talk to you about our exciting findings from the State of Application Strategy 2024. That's right, 10 years. And we are very excited this year to be able to bring you a preview of our biggest finding. Yeah, biggest. Cindy, why don't you share that? I saved it for you. Go ahead.
Oh, you saved it for
Save
me.
the big
Thank
finding
you
for you.
very much.
Yes.
Well, so our big finding, Lori, is that the API era has arrived. We are super excited about this. We've got a number of reasons why this is our big finding. The first one is that because this is our 10th year, we've been following app services and the deployment of app services over these 10 years. And API gateways, 5 years ago, were deployed at 29% of the respondents who answered the survey. And this year, we're up to 95%. That is a significant increase over a 5-year period. And we know that there's a few reasons for this. So the deployment of API gateways has really been supercharged, if you will, when we think about organizations' digital transformation journeys. Yes. And as you know, you've been looking really closely at those digital services that organizations are deploying, and those have just skyrocketed in the last 4 years as well. Oh, supercharged by COVID.
Yes. Yes.
And
yes.
So we see digital transformation initiatives really driving the use of APIs, which then means that organizations need API gateways, and which will lead us also to API security.
Thank you, Cindy. You did it. I didn't even have to prompt you. Yes, because we asked about API security in a number of different ways, right? Mm-hmm. What do you find valuable? How are you using it? And then there was that other question, right, about AI.
Oh,
you want to bring
go
that
right
one?
there.
I'm going right there.
We're going right there.
Yes.
Okay.
Go there.
All right. So, we love the State of App Strategy survey. We survey over 1,000 respondents globally. We translate the survey into 6 languages. And this year, we asked about AI. And we asked about how are you going to secure and deliver your AI models? Yeah. And you know what?
I know what. Tell them what.
API security came out as the #1 requirement for securing your AI models. And so we know that, when you think about AI, you have to think about AI as a modern application.
Yes.
And modern applications communicate via APIs. And therefore, we need API security.
Yes, because a lot of the models that people are using are deployed separate from the applications that they actually build to use them. It's especially true with emerging models where we can't build them yet, right? Enterprises can't. So they're using the ones that are out there, and they do that using APIs. Mm-hmm. And then they build apps that use APIs to talk to other apps, and it just builds up. So APIs have just exploded in this last year. In fact, we've got other findings about APIs, like that the number of APIs might be more than the number of apps in quite a good percentage of organizations, which again, speaks to the API era arriving. It's here. Mm-hmm. And it's just going to continue to grow.
I think was it 41% of organizations have more APIs than
the
apps?
Same or more.
The same or more.
Same or more.
Yeah.
Right. That's still good. That's almost half.
That's pretty incredible. Organizations have been on this app consolidation journey. They want to consolidate their apps. They want to have one source of truth throughout their global organization. So they're consolidating their apps. But as those apps need to have more and more hooks, if you will, or connection points to other digital services, whether they're internal digital services or external to the organization. They're communicating via APIs, and they're managing more and more APIs in there.
I like that you slipped managing in there, because then I can talk about something that, I get very passionate about.
Yes.
Is really, there's APIs elsewhere. Let's not forget about the APIs, right, in operations, driving all sorts of change right now. And we asked about that as well, and we had found some pretty good findings around automation of app and API security infrastructure. We asked about the other ones, but we're talking about APIs. So 43% this year have automated that app and API security, right, infrastructure. Right. So they're using APIs to automate the stuff that secures the APIs. I mean, it's like, right, it just keeps going, right? It's all about APIs everywhere in the organization.
And the security of those APIs is even more important, because those APIs are also that front door to the organization. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the front door. Yes, APIs. That's what we mean when we say the API era has arrived, right? The API is now the front door.
Yeah.
Right? The apps are there. They have to be there. But the APIs are really what we need to protect. And we're seeing more and more attacks against APIs, right, in the broader industry. We hear about them, right? They're causing all sorts of chaos. So it's an important thing to consider. And, I only see that growing, right? As AI comes in, it'll just, right, continue to explode.
Grow.
Yeah.
So, we did skip over it a little bit, but we could go back, which is that, there's all sorts of ways to secure your APIs, right? We know authentication.
Yes. Yes.
First line of defense, if you will. But then there are other ways that you need to make sure you're securing your APIs, whether it's, looking at the behavior of those APIs and understanding how you can secure them. They're, obviously the OWASP top 10, you need to make sure that's part of the equation. You need to actually know where your APIs are, or what they are.
Finding them first would be a good idea, right? So API discovery, yes.
Yeah.
Right, encryption and decryption seems like, everybody knows that, but maybe not, right? You need to, right, secure those communications between APIs and between, right, businesses that use APIs. And behavioral anomaly detection.
Yes.
And I love that one, because that's really important, right? Is just, right, how are you behaving, right? Are you a bot? Are you a piece of software? Are you a human? And even if you are, right, you could be a piece of software that is genuinely, right, allowed to access this API, but you need to be able to understand the behavior. Is it normal, right? If it's not, then, right, maybe something's going on. So these are all, very important protections to both apps and APIs, right? So
we're really excited about this finding. We believe that, the issue of API security is going to get more and more acute as applications modernize. The modern app modernization grew from 29% 5 years ago to the average org now has 51% of their apps are modern apps. Then we talk about those AI models, and then we talk about just that multi-cloud aspect of those AI models.
And there's some more APIs, right? To manage your environments. They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. So
absolutely.
I mean, I think our finding is going to hold true. I have no doubt about it.
No doubt. All right. Well, we'll check back in another 10 years, right, and see if we were right. But in the meantime, our State of Application Strategy report will be released in the spring, and you can always find it on f5.com. And we look forward to showing you more of the insights that we discovered about AI and security and app delivery in general. Thanks.